Okay. You guys are just tuning in, welcome. Getting some things set up. I wanted to try out my webcam to see how ugly I look. Let me get some things pulled up. Hopefully this webcam will provide more entertainment. We already got the mic, we got the webcam, so I don't see why we shouldn't blow up now. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome. I just want to see how this webcam looks. Okay, dude, I think I need to make this bigger. What do you guys think? Okay. I'm gonna tweet out here. We're gonna get started here in a sec, but all right. Interested to see. Okay. Don't use, just use TD for tracking. Okay. Geez, look at Baba all the way down here. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome. We're just getting my webcam set up. I just want to see how this looks for tomorrow. So if you guys got any questions on tickers or anything, let me know. We'll go over. But just for now, I'm just going to start with this webcam, and I want to see if I turn off the lights, if this works. All right. No. Okay. All right. That lamp does the job. All right. I think this needs to be smaller. Okay. If you guys got any tickers, anything like that, let me know. We'll go over. Like I said, I want to get the feel for this. I've never been like recorded, so I don't really know how I feel about this, but we're gonna going over tickers. Come stop in live. What was I gonna say? I haven't really done anything webcam wise, so we'll see how it goes. The only thing I foresee is that in the mornings, when I roll out of bed, I kind of just roll out of bed. I don't really get ready, so my hair is gonna be pretty messed up. But I feel like I'm an actual I feel like I'm in the big leagues now. You know, I finally got the webcam, stuff like that. I'm just fixing some stuff. If you guys have any tickers, let me know. We're gonna get started. We'll just do like maybe a little bit of a ticker review. I know that our swings on CEI and DATS are doing really well. Same with Wish. We had those 7 ads in Wish, or 6, which is looking really, really good as well. So yeah, let me tweet this out. If you guys got any questions, let me know. Surprised to see that forward gapped up today as well. The only thing that I can foresee with better is that better, EP? Okay, good. I'm glad you guys like the webcam, but you know, my thing is like I feel like some of my credibility gets taken away when I'm because they're like, oh, you look young, so I feel like some of my credibility goes away. That's the only thing I can foresee. Otherwise than that, we'll see. So if you guys got any other tickers or anything like that, we'll go over. So just let me know. You can drop a ticker. I'm almost done. CEI looks really, really good as well, and I want to talk about some other growth names. So the only last thing I need to do is get another monitor, and then we should be good to go. CEI, really, really strong day today, almost 33%. That's amazing. And looks like I said, we have another possible bull flag going into tomorrow, which I'm pretty excited about. We'll have to see what the follow through is on that. But yeah, I mean, ever since this, remember we talked about this falling wedge, it almost went up 100% since we broke that huge bull flag. So pretty exciting on that. Don't really know how I feel about this webcam, but Adder, how do you think it will do the next few days? Sure, we can look at Adder. So I know Adder started to curl up a little bit, so that started to look good. Like I said, if we go in, we can just go on the daily to get us a good idea. On the daily, we're riding this trend line really, really nice. So any ads, you know, on the bottom of this trend line, we have this huge bull flag possibly forming. We're starting to coil in tightly, so there could be a big move potentially setting up. So yeah, I'll be interested to see how that plays out. Like I said, yeah, we have a super nice flag setting up. So I'll say about that. Yeah, we have a super good flag setting up. Resistance, like I said, we don't have too much resistance, but yeah, it looks like pretty solid. If we can break out of this top resistance line, we should have a long ways to go up. And the only thing that matters is the result of your report, not age. I appreciate it, EP. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty. So far since this channel, we've had. I think if you followed my trades, you'd be doing pretty good. So I do appreciate the comments, though. But yeah, we'll see how this works tomorrow. CEI. I know that if we're talking about CEI, like I said, my last target I've been scaling out is going to be at $3. We have this momentum. We're really overbought on RSI, so I wouldn't. I think that if we did see a little bit of a pullback, once we start to pull back, we've went up almost 1,000% in the last month, so we really should be seeing a pullback sometime here pretty quick. So I shall be interested to see how that plays out. Like I said, I'm still holding a little bit left, but I'm in from my sub-dollar ads, almost up at 300%. But like I said, I'm still going to be looking to scale some out on the way. I really appreciate the comments, though, EP. Yeah, this will just be a test run for tomorrow. I need to... We can get the lighting better, stuff like that, but I just wanted to see if this is going to work. I wish it was a little bit higher, because I'm usually looking up here. It'd be cool if the webcam was kind of up here and then it kind of looked down, so wouldn't I'm staring at the top of the screen. But we'll see. If you guys got any other tickers, like I said, we're just gonna go live for a bit. I wanted to see my long-term plays. Futu's really starting to look good at these buys. I need to do an in-depth analysis video, but kind of starting this double bottom. I want to see if we're starting to curl up MACD. But once China comes back, Futu is going to be and Tiger are going to be really strong stocks. But MACDs, we're right in that line. We're about to cross on that 1 day. The 180 hour, looking pretty good on MACD and stuff, ready to cross over. So yeah, very interesting plays on that for sure. So yeah, if you guys got any other tickers, let me know. We're just gonna run through a couple before we. But yeah, our CEI should have a strong day tomorrow as well. But I am looking for, once that momentum stops, we should have quite a ways down. So I'll be looking for that. I mean, CEI could go higher. I don't know. Very overextended right now. Sure, Belmick, we can look at Archon. And I really like TCon. I did follow TCon. I really liked all their phase and their clinical data stuff. So I know, or was it Archon? I don't know. It was either Archon or TCon I used to follow. We only probably need one graph here, so we'll switch this. Okay, let's look at Archon. So the last few days we've been in a nice uptrend. So the problem is with Archon, like I said, we have a really big gap up, to huge gap up. That's a crazy gap. For me, the problem is I just don't know when we're going to reverse, right? It looks like what we're seeing here is we're seeing a lower low, a lower low, a lower low. We do have a nice and bullish engulfing candle right here, kind of a double bottom right here. But if you were going to enter, you really want 261 to hold. I wouldn't go long. Once we can break this 354, and if we can confirm a higher low and then start the uptrend, we should be good. But kind of risky out here. I would keep it on a watch list for a move above 350. But yeah, we have a huge gap to fill back up. I don't know what the news was on that. I'm sure maybe it was offering something of that sort. But yeah, doesn't look terrible. It's starting to curl up a little bit. Usually on these big downtrend plays, what we kind of want to see is it start curling, something like this. So ideally, you want to see it to start kind of curl back right here. What I would think. But yeah, kind of a risky play. I would respect the last low if you were to go long. Okay. And then I am going to do a very long video. I'm going to post it. I wanted to get this webcam, but I want to do a kind of in-depth guide if you're how to buy stocks. Like, if you're a brand new investor, about index funds, everything, go over what's a Roth IRA, what's stuff like that. Just I don't know how many views it's going to get, but I think it'd be important for, I'd like to get that out there. So I'm going to be interested to see, I'm going to be putting that out here sometime the next few days. I know I did put out a couple videos. If you guys got any questions, though, let me know. Any tickers. But yeah, Archon looks good. We want to, like I said, we want to particularly see it start to curl back up. But yeah, it looks pretty good. If we can reclaim that 350 level. Yeah, I don't know why Ford. I'm just looking. Ford gapped up a lot. Plug, and then that's another interesting chart. I didn't really see this weekend, but it was brought to my. We have a almost picture perfect. We might even need to go to the 3-week chart, but we really do have a perfect. We have a really just a really big bull flag, symmetrical triangle, but I guess it can follow down that way. But yeah, we were really close to breaking out. Would have been a good spot to add somewhere down here. But yeah, we did break out of this long-term resistance line. So plug is bullish from now on, all the way up. So I will be looking at. I'm probably not going to go long on that, but I did see that today. That kind of popped off. Anything else? Any went up today, a little bit down after hours. Tesla did really good as well. I think that we're going to start seeing a shift kind of back into momentum stocks. Or sorry, not momentum, but growth stocks. 2020, they've been beaten down a lot. A lot of these charts are looking prime for a reversal. We're talking about plug, ARC, stuff like that. So interested to see if we can start seeing some more big inflows back into. And I mean, ARC really looks nice on the 1 day. You know, we are getting pretty tight into this coil right here, looking for the upside, especially with Tesla doing its thing as well. So, yeah, ARC does look pretty good. And I've always been bullish long term on ARC, even before, you know, it had its big moves up. So, yes, wish I had ARC at $33, but it's great. If you guys are just tuning in here, got any questions, let me know. We're going to probably keep this stream short. I just got a whole bunch of new Pokemons that I want to look at. Ended up got this Mint 9 Psyduck. I'm going to list on eBay, do some stuff like that. So, do have some things. Some other ones too. Yeah, I think my CEI swing, like I said, I scaled out. I'm pretty... Like I said, I might scale off like most of my position here at 3. I really am tomorrow, but I'll hold a couple lotto shares for 10 plus, something crazy if it does make that move. But with this move being so overextended, you know, all these moving averages on the 1 day really have to catch up. So I'm really looking for, you know, CEI to eventually take a pullback. You know, it's not everyone likes for me to even say, but CEI definitely is going to need to take a pullback, right? We look at just this 3-week, 3-year. We have these big jumps, and we usually come down pretty quick. So we'll be looking to kind of get out of this position. But you know, if you were in this position, you probably made a lot of money, and you probably haven't lost anything if you're in this position, unless you bought all the way up here, which I hope no one did. Very interesting. And then yeah, they must reverse split. This stock's just not very healthy. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome. If you guys got any questions, let me know. Any stocks we need to go over. Going in tomorrow, I know DraftKings. I never can. I can never remember the ticker. Just DraftKings, DKNG. Okay, DKNG is looking like it's finding support too. Really finding support at this 50 level. So if you are long on sports betting coming in this NFL season, this is a pretty attractive. I wish I could see a volume shelf, but that looks pretty good. Yeah, we can look at that. Hey, Charlotte, how's it going? Got the webcam. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I figure it's going to get more views, so I'll probably hold it. But there's so many like interesting. I'll probably keep it, but like I said in the mornings, I just like I want the camera to be a little bit higher, so I'm not really like looking up so much because I have to look up at my screen. But yeah, I wonder if this could change as well. A little bit of shadow. That's all right. Okay, yeah, let's look at DATs. And yeah, I am swinging DATs and Wish on top. Like I said, I'm trying to get out of my CEI position rather soon. Wow, nice move up from DATs today. I wasn't really active. I had to take a test today. But yeah, we broke this this really big support line, and we're really started. We can see that these perfect picture bull flags, looks like we're starting another one. So we'd like to see some continuation into tomorrow. As far as price targets go, you know, I think I have a 750 average, so I'm almost up 60% on this. I don't really have it's kind of a longer term stock now. We have such little data that like I can try to put a fib retracement level on this, but it's going to be really hard. If we put need that to swing around, but it's not what I wanted. But yeah, I mean, DATS looks super good, especially, like I said, I've been buying down, but like I said, there's no, when we're looking at like resistance, right, we don't have any resistance up here. Like we just IPO'd. I mean, I would say that we are probably a little overextended. We're up 4 times in the last 5 months, but I still, like I said, if you have a solid position on this, I think you're good. Yeah, we can look at PTGX, sure thing, PTGX. But yeah, and then, you know, one of the main reasons that I'm actually swinging DATS is because we have some really good catalysts coming up. Thanks for the subs coming in too. But yeah, there's a lot of catalysts that I want to look at, so let me do something real quick. But there's a lot of catalysts coming out right now for the next couple months, so I'm very interested to see if we can, what those catalysts look like when those press releases drop. BBIG also, I'm just looking. We're starting to kind of curl up as well. Interesting. But yeah, we'll look at that. But yeah, so DATS is definitely I'm going to be holding for 20 plus, but I have a good average, so I think if you're buying it now, it might be a little late. But yeah, let's check out PTGX. You can do that. Okay, this is it. So I don't know what the news was, but if we're just looking based on the weekly, we had looks like a really solid company. So it's probably a bio, yeah, therapeutics. You know, we had this really nice run up into 2020, and we dropped. This could have been offering bad data earnings. I'm not sure. Now what we really want to look is we are in the gap to fill. When we look on when we're looking at our gap to fill, the last candle that was red, once we break over this, do you see this last candle that was red on the 1 day? Once we break over this 16.67 mark on these reversal plays, that's where you want to enter. So I would have went long here. We do not want this. Will you stop it? So like we'd want to go long right here. Now I don't know what the news was, but if the news was not, you know, this could be a really big play. If the news wasn't that big of a deal, once we break this 20, we have the gap to fill all the way to 44. So I actually would be pretty bullish on this right now. You know, I would have liked to get in this 1684 range, but yeah, it looks really good. If we're looking for some lines of support and resistance, you know, if I was gonna come in here, I'd probably want to risk off about 17.6, but yeah, looks like we're, potentially setting for the next leg up. But yeah, that looks pretty solid. If you guys are joining in, welcome. If you guys got any, what's the name? If you guys got any tickers you want to look over, since there's not like a lot of chat, let's just go over and look at PTGX stock. I want to see what those were. So, obviously the company was doing really good. Had a bad earnings call. But not terrible. Must have been an offering. Not sure. I'd have to look in that. I don't really. It takes a lot of time, but yeah, I'm sure there's some offering, something like that set up. But yeah, like the chart looks pretty primed. If we can, it's very important on these reversal plays on this 1 year, 1 day candle. This last one, that's the big pivot point for a move up. So that's what I'm always looking at when I'm looking for a big pivot. So if there's those big gap down plays, you want to make sure that once that plays back intact. So I'd set my alert right there and then be good to go. Yeah, definitely keep on watch. This is one that could definitely make some ways up. But like I said, if it's bad news though, then the company's probably not the best. Yeah, you are welcome, Joe Ho. You guys gotta let me know if you guys like the webcam, because I don't like it. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's just in the mornings I'm gonna be very tired, and I'm gonna actually have to put on a shirt, which isn't a bad thing, but well, it is kind of a bad thing. But BBIG Sandesh Dingy, sure, we can look at BBIG. I've been out of BBIG since 975. I've told everyone to get out. let's look. This chart's pretty beat up. It's going to be hard to really kind of get a clear grasp on it, but we can take. So what I see from BBIGs, we had this, what we call a falling wedge. And we know that a falling wedge can last forever, but yeah, we broke out this falling wedge. We gapped up today. We are looking pretty good on the daily just because we broke that. I would like to see some upside. Now, what I really want to see is us kind of make the big pivot point is 6.83. If we can hold 683, we can go higher, but I wouldn't be interested to go long on this stock until we can reclaim this kind of 850 level. But it looks okay. We did break that reversal, so we should see some follow through coming through. I wouldn't enter a position until, we see this 9 level probably break, but it looks okay that we broke that falling wedge. So we could see another, impulse move up for sure. I wouldn't suggest, like I said, not my favorite buy, but we did break this falling wedge, which was good if you're a BBIG holder, because we have that falling wedge 12 to 6. We can put on some different. I want to see how overextended we are, and then I want to see if we're curled up on MACD. That's the 2 indicators we can definitely look at. So RSI, yeah, this was really good to see that we were really overextended. We cooled off a bit, and this big move only made RSI jump a bit. Let's see, I bet we're still overextended. Okay, we're not extended on the weekly, so this was a really nice reset from RSI, so that's pretty bullish. We have a long ways to go up now. We also did see, we do have another falling wedge, but yeah, that looks really good on the RSI. And then if we look on our 4 hour, we're positive. Our 1 hour, we turned bullish. Our 1 year, 1 day, you still have a while before we turn bullish, but looks like we're starting to curl up. And then if we look at, we can look at our Bollinger Band crossovers. We can get really technical. Our Bollinger Bands, we still look like we're not overextended now. We're kind of at the bottom side of this Bollinger Band, so would be a decent place to buy BBIG. Give me 1 second, guys. Hello.
Hello, boyfriend.
How's it going?
Good. How about you?
Oh, just nothing.
Okay, so I painted my nails 4 hours ago, and they're already fucking chipped.
Oh my gosh, that is so annoying. I'd be so mad too.
And this was I've had that nail polish for a whole month, and I've been waiting for the day to paint my nails because I just never have the time, and now it's when am I going to fix it?
That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Did you find my black paint?
I
want to go buy more.
I know, I'm sorry. Can I call you back in 10 minutes, baby?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Alright, sorry, we had a technical interruption from my girlfriend. Sundial. Thanks for sticking around, sorry. Okay. So, what I see from Sundial is... Let's get rid of all these indicators. You can use all these indicators to help you, but at the end of the day... Okay, so what I see is... When we start to see these bullish engulfing candles, you guys can look that up, but we had a really nice bullish engulfing. Whenever we have these bullish engulfing, we tend to go higher. Looks like we could be possibly double bottoming or even triple bottoming. So this looks like an okay. I don't like the company long term, but yeah, this looks really good, and we have been on this really big downtrend. So we are looking potentially for another bounce. Not really anything there, but what I would say is that the 75-cent level, if we can break this 80-cent level, we'd definitely be in the room to move. But kind of beaten down chart doesn't look great. But like I said, we had a nice candle today. I'd want to see us claim 80 cents before we make the next big move. Looks okay. Nothing crazy bullish screaming out at me. Yeah, you're welcome, Singdesh. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys got any other tickers, if you guys got any growth stocks, any financials you want to look at, if you guys are looking for an in-depth look at something, let me know, because during the days we usually have 50 people in here, so finding time is kind of hard sometimes. I want, like I said, if you guys, I want to do a video on like how, if you're just like you never started in the market, I want to make about a 30 to an hour minute video on how you can what is a stock, what's a brokerage, what's an ETF, how do you place an order, market, all this stuff, you know, because I feel like I do a pretty good job explaining, and I would really like that message to get out. As much as I would like to make money on this channel, I guess my main goal would be to, you know, make sure other people are financially set up, you know, talked about the importance, and then um, my only thing yeah, that's what, so we're going to be seeing if that ever happens. Tweeting out a couple things, but if you guys got any other questions, we'll definitely look. Yeah, Ford gapped up. Must have been, and its earnings season comes up too, and there's a lot of my long-term growth companies that are really, really dependent on this earnings. There's been quite a bad earnings last earnings call, so it's going to be interesting to see how some of these companies can bounce back with stimulus. If we can also look at the micro side of economics, and we can see that, you know, money has stopped being printed as much, you know, so people have less money from these checks, you know, less people are spending money, earnings should be down just because of how much inflation we've had. So that's an interesting dynamic to look at, for sure. Can you look at Ashland? Sure. I feel like I've looked at this ticker, but we can for sure look at it again. Okay. I could get in depth here, but the chart is really, really bad. We've been, you know, lower lows, lower lows. You know, we were starting to possibly break over, and we gapped down today. Let's look at why we gapped down. But yeah, I would not recommend. I'd put a strong sell in the stock, really beaten down graph. I think financials are going to tell the story as well. Here, okay, when was this? So earnings, what I would like to look at, you know, we have no revenue where we're pharmaceutical, so it's really hard. Most of them have no revenue. Our cash on hand is pretty bad, but yeah, unless there's this, like, you know, and it's also in Singapore, which I don't like too with this China situation. Bios are really, really hard because bios have no revenue until their drug gets, you know, passed. So bios, you know, they're going to run out of money eventually. So what happens is that they're always going to have to do offerings. They're going to have to keep diluting their shares to stay afloat. So my problem with bios is why I don't play them. Is it's really hard. You know, if that catalyst is a hit or miss, if that company, if that drug that they've been working on for 4 years, they've diluted their shares 500 times, that goes bad. You know, it's going to be bad. I really like BioCryst Pharmaceuticals. Has a really nice pipeline. This is the only pharmaceutical I follow. But yeah, that would be hard for me. It doesn't look like I said, the graph's beaten down, stuff like that. So definitely wouldn't be my top pick. My top pick that I've been saying about so long now, Digital Turbine, and Digital Turbine is on an absolute heater. This 80 level is really, really key, but, you know, I was buying down in these 48 levels, you know, great time to buy. But yeah, starting to catch steam back on this. You know, this should be a $300 stock in my opinion. So would love to see this thing shoot back up, as I know it will. Yeah, thanks for all the subs coming in too. Appreciate it. Didn't really, like I said, we're just doing a quick stream. Well, then, you know, we'll be live for 10, 15 more minutes. We'll answer some questions for, you know. Okay, we're looking at Ashland for a gap fill play, sure. So if we look at, so when we're talking about gap fills, we talk about this candle right here. This last candle is going to be our main priority. So whenever this, what we're going to really be looking for is whenever we break back above 247 or about 235 for a starter position, this is where we'd want to enter. And here, right in this range for a possible gap fill up. But this thing could keep going down. So what we'd ideally want to see is to kind of curl a little bit. So, you know, maybe we consolidate a little bit. Maybe we consolidate a bit like right here. We start to curl back up. Once we break over this first line, what I mean by this line is where this candle starts. We break over this, it would be time for a starter position. Now, if we do break out above the top of this wick, then it'd be time for the gap fill. That's how you play. Hi, can you see any? Yeah, I can look at any, but that's the best way to play gap fills, is using this, the 1 day of where it gapped down is that as a pivot point. And the pivot point, The pivot point is where a stock really needs to reclaim that area for it to go higher. So key pivot points, for example, can also be like numbers. So like 50, 10, 20 are big pivot points for stocks. I think you said any. I'll take a look at any. Sure, yeah, we can definitely take a look at any. I've got a lot of followers in this. Any looks okay. My problem is that we've just been stuck in this trading zone for a while now. If you have to have a stop loss at 552 or 550. If it goes below 550, we're going to see some downside. If we see a break of about $8, we could see potential move up. We're just trading in this zone right now. Wouldn't even say we're consolidating. So yeah, like I said, stop under 550, or we buy at 8. Now, if we do get down to this 573 range to 588, would be a good time to buy and put our stop loss down here for really, really good risk reward potential. Joho, yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, like I said, very tough to play any in this trading zone. Kind of reminds me of Amazon, but Amazon, I don't know much about this company, but stuff that is stuck in a trading zone can literally be there for years too. So, we've been here for 2 years in this trading zone. Amazon looks really, really good. Amazon's about to test this big breakout as well. We should be breaking out on Amazon here in the next, few weeks as well. If we can break above this 3,500 level, 4,000 calls should be able to be in the money. But yeah, it looks really, really good on Amazon. I am long Amazon shares until I die. Yeah, you're welcome, Miroslav. I am long Amazon shares till I die, so yes, very interesting. I'm gonna end the video here. If you guys, like I said, I just want to do a test run with this. If you guys got a couple more questions, I'll answer them. But yeah, I will be live tomorrow, probably 15 to 30 minutes before market open. So if you have notifications on or whatever, you should be able to get that. Like I said, I got a couple homework things to finish up, and then stuff like that. If you guys are also interested, if you guys go to my playlist and you go to technical analysis, both of these guys both of these videos right here are very good to watch. I just made this, so that was very interesting as well. Okay, so if you guys got any other questions, I do need to turn this down a bit though. Love the show. Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate it. Hopefully the face cam elevated the I don't know. It's pretty cool to see this. These videos on how much subscribers you gain is very interesting. I'm just curious because like these don't show it, I don't think. No. Okay. All right. I'll be in the chat for a couple more minutes if you guys if you guys still have some questions. But I'm gonna end it here. I will be live tomorrow, so I'll catch you guys. Thanks for tuning in for about 20 minutes.